What's up? It's me, Haley Jones, and today we are here at Cool Sports with the coaches, some of the coaches of Lady Wild, as well as Mike Craigen, who is the director of hockey at Cool Sports, and we are talking girls hockey. So Lady Wild is the girls hockey program for Knoxville, right? Like that's what you would say, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is a little rapid fire first so we can get to know you guys a little bit better. Okay, so what's your favorite piece of hockey equipment?
Definitely your skates.
He likes my skates.
Mother of God.
Please hold. He's got a call. Yes.
So Sam's favorite is definitely her skates. She's got a pair of skates from like 1975.
Love them.
Really?
Still
and you
wear.
still wear 'em?
I've had to fix them up a little bit, but they're
Do you
great.
have to put a new sole?
She should.
She has
They don't smell. I've
She
sprayed
has two different
them.
blades or two different heights on her skates.
Hey,
so.
it's about the girls, right? I'm getting equipment for the girls, not me.
It sounds like you're attached to those. Okay, everyone
One day.
else. One day.
One day.
Everyone else, what are your favorite hockey pieces of equipment? Hockey equipment pieces? What do you say?
Well, I would say probably my shin guards. I've had my shin guards actually my elbow pads. I've had them since I was a small child, since I was about 5 years old.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So I haven't replaced them, and I apparently don't fall enough to get enough use out of them.
Mine would definitely be my helmet because when you're coaching little kids all the time and they're like blowing your whistle and they come flying in there and like they really haven't learned how to stop yet. And they come flying behind you and take your legs out, or you can't see them, or there's pucks flying by because they're working on their wristers. The helmet comes in pretty handy as a coach. So I'd say the helmet.
Nice. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh god.
Still got protection.
I know. When I was here watching the girls for the Lindsay Fry thing, some of them were whacking each other on the head, and I was dying. They were just like, bam, bam. I was like, oh,
I'm used to it.
So the helmet, that makes sense. Okay, favorite hockey position.
Mine's goalie because I grew up playing goalie.
Yeah.
I played hockey for 27 years now. Played college as a goalie and so on and so forth. Coached many years as a goaltender as well. So
Goalie in the house.
yep.
I like center, but somebody would be pushed to left wing, and that's okay. So I play left.
So what does that mean? This is where it's like I don't know what we're talking about. So is that like a center in soccer kind of?
Yeah, very similar.
Okay.
Hockey and soccer are actually, you say you don't know a whole lot about hockey.
Yeah.
But soccer and hockey are probably the most consistent in terms of approach and strategy and position. You've got your attackers, your defenders,
right,
and then your center is usually the one who's kind of in between.
Oh, yeah,
so soccer and hockey are really similar when it comes to concepts.
That makes sense.
All over the ice.
How many people are on the team? And I know I can Google this. Okay, you can hey, shut up with
So
this.
5 on the ice plus a goalie at a time.
Okay.
Yep. And then if you get a penalty, obviously you get one removed, so it could be 5 and 4. So 5 skaters and a goalie.
Substitutions.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How many refs are out there at a time?
Usually 2.
Okay. And that's a main guy and
It depends. Depends on the level of play.
Yeah.
At the higher levels, you'll have 1 main guy and 2 linesmen assistants, so to speak. And then at the lower levels, just 2 referees who do the same thing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a big misconception about hockey that you wish you could clear up?
Wow, that's a great question.
Man, I think a lot of parents and kids get nervous and say, let's play hockey, let's do it. And they're like, I can't skate. You got to skate to play hockey.
Right.
But
I was going to say, that's not a misconception. You can't skate. You definitely
why do
can't
you get them to do it? Well, I just push them out there. I'm just,
You're
just do
like,
it.
just go out.
Just go,
Yeah,
move,
just do
and
it.
we'll fix it at some point.
Right.
But I think they get scared, so maybe it's not a misconception, but a worry I hear all
I
the
hate
time.
hearing people saying, "Oh, that's a northern game. That's a game they play up in Michigan, Canada, Minnesota."
Right.
And I hate hearing that because that's where it's popular, but we got a lot of hockey down here. Tons of hockey down here, especially since the Predators started experiencing some success in the early mid-90s. We've got hockey here, so it's not just a northern game. It's not just a football or a soccer, baseball city. There's tons of hockey here, so that's a misconception I think down here. We're still working on it. It's so hockey is seen as so unique down here.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't be. because they got plenty of access to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think another fear misconception is they think they're going to get hurt. Like, I'm going to get hurt.
That's a good one.
But like basketball and soccer, they're tearing their ACLs all the time.
That's actually a really good one, Sam.
And they're
really
just covered in equipment here.
Right.
Mouth
Ice
guards.
is scary.
Yeah, because like how much padding are they wearing? It seems like the whole thing is like a Michelin Man of padding. Is that like right?
There's a lot of padding.
Yeah.
There are.
Okay,
But technology's changed a lot too.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when you were like big, bulky, and plastic everywhere, and like armor. Now everything's so light, and it's the technology has advanced so much that it's really not as bulky as it seems.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any misconceptions you can think of?
Hockey is for boys.
Yes.
Pretty good one, right?
Correct. Correct.
Hockey is not just for boys.
Correct. Yes. You know, like Sam here, we both grew up in girls and boys programs. Play both leagues, and you know, here we're just trying to grow the girls' game so girls can divert out from just playing with the boys, and they can have a community of their own.
Right. Cool. Okay, so that's a good segue into talking about Lady Wild. Okay, so Lady Wild, as I mentioned, is the inaugural girls hockey program in Knoxville. So, where did the name Lady Wild come from?
Well, the men's side of it is the Smoky Mountain Wild.
It was a spinoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we
Our
just
tribal
did lady.
program is branded as the Smoky Mountain Wild.
Okay.
And it's not just men. It's co-ed. We just don't have a lot of women in it.
Right. Okay.
So that the Lady Wild was kind of born from
more
Smoky
like a
Mountain
natural progression. Okay, cool. So where do girls that are playing for Lady Wild? Well, how old is the program? Let's back up for a second. Like when would you say like we officially started?
2 years, right? 2022.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Last year would have been our first official competitions in league, but the program was founded about 2 years ago.
Okay. So since that time, like what has growth looked like? Where are the girls coming from? Like what does that look like?
We had a solid group, about 10 girls who were all playing in co-ed because that's the only place they had.
Yeah.
And then a couple of us came up with practices where it was solely the girls while they were still in the co-ed teams to get the ice time.
Yeah.
And then this year, we did have that team. We did have official games, friendly weekends with other teams from Atlanta, Nashville, Greenville, South Carolina. And then now we have official tryouts.
And we have close to we ended up the season with close to 30 girls?
30 girls.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yep. And they were
That's a
not
lot.
just hockey girls, they were girls in our program, but we got girls who played soccer, girls from my daughter's class at school.
Yeah.
So they come on out, try it.
Right.
And a year makes a difference when you've been doing
Our
all this.
primary feeder program for the Lady Wild is our Learn to Play program.
Okay.
So we actually just recently re-partnered with the Nashville Predators.
Yeah.
So our Learn to Play program for ages 4 to 9 is called the Little Preds Learn to Play.
Yeah.
And we always get a ton of young girls who try it there.
Yeah.
Because it's super affordable at that age.
Right.
The equipment's included in it. It's like a crash course, but really, really good value for the money, because that's another, maybe not a misconception. There's no way of getting around. Like, the equipment's kind of expensive in hockey. So to try it out is not cheap.
Right.
If you don't like it, if you try it and spend $200 on equipment and then little Susie quits after her second day, little Sloaney for example.
Yes, my daughter.
She'll be back.
I know.
So that's a tough way to like check it out. If you want to try soccer or basketball, go get a soccer ball, go grab a basketball.
Right.
But so our program is really affordable.
Yeah.
It's 8 weeks. It's an introduction, and that's where we usually get the girls' first experience, and then that's when we steer them over.
That's cool. And that is on your website, so you can go to the Cool Sports website and see the Learn to Play. It's very easy to find if you just click on kind of the youth stuff. Okay, so now where you guys are is like you're about to have tryouts for the 10 and under girls?
10, 12.
Is that right?
10, 12 under combined.
Okay. So do these girls, like, are they from all over Knoxville? Like, where are they coming from in general?
Knoxville area.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
I'm trying to think of the furthest. I mean, there's some girls 20, 30 minutes away, I think.
Yeah, Knoxville and surrounding, some Oak Ridge, Maryville, Alcoa,
Yeah.
some coming. We had a few girls years ago that came from Johnson City just because they don't have a rank, right? But that's tough.
That's hard. Yeah, okay. So when you think about the program 5 years from now, like what are some of the horizon goals for the program?
We want to expand the age groups, teams. I mean, there's a lot of girls programs around the country. Even we're talking about a team in Southwest United States, but up north where they've got 8U through 19U.
Oh, wow.
So they'd be great in different skills almost 2. But
right now we're just 12U, 10U combined.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we would love to have an 8U program, a 10U program, a 12U, a 14U. We would love to have standalone. Unfortunately, we just volume right now. We just don't have.
Well, it's just so new too.
Yeah.
we're hoping for an 8U. We've got a group of girls who would almost make it for our 8U team, but we're going to wait till next year.
How many do you need, I guess, for that? Like
15? That's
like
good enough.
15
Yeah.
solid. Okay.
You can get away with a little less, a little more.
Yeah. So if someone like these upcoming tryouts, like how does that process work? Do they need to have been playing before? Is it really kind of open to everyone? Like what does that look like on the tryout side of it? Like is it true like
It's open to everyone.
or is it open?
But realistically, if you've never played hockey before, you're not going to come to a tryout in July and have any fun, really.
Yeah. It'd be like
Summer break.
You're gonna come out there, you're going to wobble around. Coach
Time.
Sam's going to cut you, and she's super mean and angry.
Could have been at the pool or the beach today.
Oh my gosh, no.
Hockey tryout.
No, you need to work your way up to a tryout
Yes.
situation. To learn to play our fundamental programs. And the Wild program, what the girls and Coach Jeff and Coach John and everyone who's involved do is they do a good job at just keeping all age groups together in a fun environment with nothing on the line, just fun. Girls together on the ice getting better.
Right.
That's what the Lindsay Fry camp was. That's what a lot of our ice times have been, and that's how you get better. And then you jump into some of our in-house rec leagues here, and you're playing against boys, but that's where you get better. That's where your skill set improves to the point where you can come to a tryout and maybe make one of these standalone teams.
But for the girls that aren't, maybe haven't played before, so on and so forth, they can try out and play on one of our rec teams, like you said. And there's a community of other girls that are still learning to play.
You don't have to try out to play rec. Right? Everybody can play rec.
Sure, they can come and play rec and gain that skill set in order to come play with us in the following years.
Yeah. So rec is kind of like an intro into hockey, would you say? And then like Lady Wild or like the Smoky Mountain Wild is more of like these are more established teams.
That's a good way to
Okay.
Yeah.
And
we're excited. It is an open tryout, but we're proud that this is the first year we'll actually have a tryout.
It's cool to be able to have a tryout. Usually it was just like, well,
whoever's out there, whoever breathes, coming out.
Skates?
Does your dad coach?
Coming out.
Okay, so will that be a travel team? Like, what would that look like? Like, where will you go? Who will you play?
Yeah, they're going to be a travel team. We're super excited. We're in the process right now of kind of piecing together the schedule. We've got some partners in the Southern Ohio region, over in the Carolinas, and definitely in Nashville, a really strong girls program there.
That's cool. Yeah.
So the schedule is going to be a combination of some friendly competitions, some tournaments, some showcases, and last year we were members of the Southern Girls Hockey League.
Okay.
Played in 2 showcases with them, so we're looking at that as well as a league over in the Carolinas too. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited for the girls to get out there and get around and travel and stay in hotels together and have pizza parties.
Oh, they love it. They love the hotels.
I'm sure they love it.
Yes, overnight trips.
Yeah. So how long is the season? So if tryouts are in July, then like what's the...
It's a $1 million question. Depends what you want.
Your wheels just turn over. Like, how do you guys do this?
Yeah, well, because I'm just curious, like if you're thinking, okay, well, obviously you probably have people that are already connected in, but if someone's like thinking about or new to the area, their daughter has played hockey before and they want to get plugged in, I guess maybe they know the season. I have no idea. Like
traditionally,
how long
the hockey season is about October to the end of February.
Okay,
that's kind of traditionally what it is. For some of our travel teams, they'll try out in July. They'll start practicing after fall break in Knoxville, Knox County, and so you'll practice a couple weeks into August, September, and then that's when the games start.
Okay, cool.
Depending how your season goes and how long you play, you're usually playing up into March.
Okay, wow.
So it's a long one.
Yeah, that's a long season.
Starts over. Tryouts again. Get ready for them.
Woo! Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay, so how much does this cost, like to be on the travel team?
There's cost for ice time, but then it depends. It depends. We got hotels. We got how much we want to travel.
There's like hard costs. Your ice time. Your league fees. Your uniforms, and then there's like your soft cost. I shouldn't say soft costs, but then there's your costs that can't really be measured on a team budget. Like your hotels, your meals, your gas.
All
that
those
stuff.
things.
So for our team to travel around and play a full travel season, it's around $20,000 to $25,000 for the team.
For the team, okay.
So, but if you've got 15, 16, 17 girls, you chop it up, split it out across 7 months of payments. So when you break it all down monthly, it's not a huge investment. It's still significant, but we feel like you get a whole lot for it.
Right.
With the practices per week, your rec league play, your tournaments on the weekends. Yeah. Your fantastic coaching.
Oh, yes.
Well, and I ask that because not to be like, why is it so expensive? I just think it's like the elephant in the room that people like, obviously any travel sports. Yeah. Whether you're cheerleading, whether you're doing travel soccer, baseball, like all of them have a cost, right? Yep. And it's also an investment in like your kid doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I'm
gotta be doing something.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not saying that to be like, now how much does this cost?
Well, hey, I'll say I love hockey. One reason, especially as a hockey parent and coach, that it's not soccer. Oh, whoa, we got this big tournament in Nashville. We're gonna pay for it. Whoa, thunderstorm. Everything's canceled. Everything's switched around. There's no rainouts. We're in ice.
Some Zamboni delays.
Oh my god.
Just one.
Oh my god.
But the facility we play in is fantastic. I mean, we have the soccer field, the basketball arena
what
here.
What facility is fantastic?
This one.
This one?
This one.
Well, thank you, Allie.
Which I learned today that they have a bar.
Yeah, right behind us.
It's literally behind us. I didn't know this was a thing, and now I could be more involved in hockey. For this reason, no.
You should have been filming over there.
I know, right? Like,
right behind it.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so you guys have an upcoming fundraiser for Lady Wild. Tell us about that. Like, what are we raising funds for? Specifically, what does Lady Wild need?
Well,
tell us all the
good transition from cost of the season. Ice time costs a lot, and
so when you say ice time, you mean literally like the time on the ice. You're renting that ice for that time. Yeah,
exactly. Okay. So home practices and games, but then we got to pay to play on the ice of other teams. Yeah. So all that. Top Golf is the primary fundraising item is ice time, but then of course, I mean, we've got a locker room over there. Yeah. At least we have a locker room. I got dressed in a ref's room when I was the only girl on the boys team.
Oh my gosh.
But it could use some renovations. The one that we do have now in 2024, and just jerseys, equipment. Now that we're a new team, we got more girls coming. Right. We want warm-ups. We want to look good when we travel.
Right. So that's August 18th. 2024 is the Top Golf fundraiser. We're saying Top Golf because that's where it will be. But then, like she said, money towards locker rooms, jerseys, equipment, ice time, all that stuff. Yep. Just for the people out there like me, how much does ice time cost? Like, I'm sure it varies, but I have in my mind, I'm like, what is that even?
Yeah, it's expensive. It depends on the time of day. It depends on the prime hours. It depends on weekend, weekday. Yeah. But most of our ice slots are 60 minutes. Okay. 50 minutes plus it takes 10 minutes to clean it off and cut the ice. So you're looking at anywhere from $350 to $400 an hour.
But split that among the 15 to 20 kids.
I was like, is it $5? like, I don't know.
Not $5. Not $5. Our electric bill was about $9,000 in June. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then like this is kind of in the weeds, but not. But I'm just curious. Okay, so if someone wants to come, if you want ice time, so you're literally renting that ice time off of. You're reserving the ice. We're using this for practice right now. That is our hour, basically.
It'd be just like if you're on a baseball team or a soccer team, and you want to go use the field, but there's a bunch of other people who use the same field in the same association. Right. Yeah, you have to schedule your time. We try to have set, locked-in times, which is rinse, repeat, week over week, month over month, so it can be consistent for our families. Right. But it's a big puzzle out there because there's only one sheet, and there's our program is over 1,000. We have over 1,000 players between adult and youth. So that's.
Ice times are between 5:30 a.m. to
start
12 midnight.
You can't start too early. Kids at school and schedules. So we really can only get onto the ice around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening during school year, which is the hockey year. Right. They coincide. So you can only start around 5:30, 5:40, and you can only go so late with the youth hockey. So. I mean, I play on a men's league team. Allie plays in the league too. Sam should.
One day, I will.
We literally drop the puck. Like your face-off, your game time is after midnight. Like you come to the rink and play at midnight. Your game starts.
But that's where the bar helps out.
Yes, it does.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So there's only one sheet of ice.
Yeah, this is like a whole new world. I didn't. Y'all are like you're dumb. I just didn't even know. I didn't even know. Okay, so how much is a uniform?
Depends how fancy you want it.
Are you looking at like the full set of gear? Or are you talking about like the jersey?
Yeah, I think the full thing. Like, what all do you? I mean,
Yeah, I think the Kaha Smoky Mountain Wild uniform package is, I think, $350.
okay.
Yes.
You get a tracksuit kind of like this.
Okay.
You get a shirt, warm-up pants. I think a bag,
helmet. Stuff like that.
There's a package of stuff that comes
Yeah.
with it.
Okay.
We're not the equipment people, as you can see.
Around there.
But we have our old equipment from when we were whatever.
Oh, yes, still do.
Should have brought
Still works.
put something on the table.
Okay, so we talked about like what you guys need, locker room, like upgrade, stuff like that. If somebody wants to get their daughter involved, we kind of touched on this, but would you say go to the Cool Sports website? Like, what do they need to do to get involved?
Go to coolsportstn.com. So
Okay.
coolsports and then TN for Tennessee.com. And like you said earlier, there's a really easy navigational menu.
Really good
that
website.
gets you to the youth hockey and the learn to play.
Yeah.
And that's the place to start.
Right.
You're not going to find a better place that you can get on the ice with other young girls and other young boys learning.
Right.
And they're all beginners. So everyone's stumbling around, falling, and that's the best place to start. And then once you get there, you can meet some other girls playing, and that's when we start kind of grooming you over to the Lady Wild side.
Right.
Over to
But
the
the
Lady
best part
Wild.
is, mom and dad come play as well.
Yep.
They can come try out the adult rookie league
Yeah.
that they have on, was it Monday nights?
Yeah, we
I believe
teach
it
the
is.
adults too, for sure.
Mom and dad can come
That's
out and
not
play while
We're family. We've been together for a couple years.
yeah, mom and dad can play, and while the kids are running around the rink hanging out here, waiting for mom and dad to get off ice, and then the kids can get on ice thereafter.
Yeah, that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
you know,
Definitely like feels like a family environment.
It is. And for the girls learning,
Yeah.
that's a really big piece of it, is the
Right.
camaraderie. Like that's the success of our Lady Wild right now, is that our coaches and Sam and Jeff and Allie and Chris and Christy and all the people who've been involved, they kept that group of girls together and they became friends.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just, I'm going to play hockey.
Right.
I'm going to play hockey with a bunch of people
It's
that
fun.
I really enjoy spending time with, my buddies.
Yeah.
My son is 9, and he's been playing for a couple of years, and he's like really bad at hockey, but he loves coming to hockey.
Yeah, like he has
loves hanging out
fun.
with-
Yeah,
He didn't care less about the game or whatever.
Right.
He just like loves coming to hang out with his buddies, run around the rink, and goof off. So that's the biggest piece right now is the friendship and the relationships.
Right.
And the hockey will come second.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool. They're all from different schools. We don't all from
that
the
is
same
very
districts.
cool. Yeah.
And the girls, I'll just tell you, they love the co-ed stuff, but they're a little timid. We're like, am I going to be the only girl at this practice
Right.
tonight?
Right.
But when they know it's an all-girls practice, my daughter's been asking Mike, when is Lady Wild practice going to start? And they just get so excited that they're all together. They're all in the same locker room together.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it's almost a struggle getting them dressed when I'm in there. Like, Emma,
It's
stop
also
chatting.
cool that they're
Get
the
ready.
first group. Like, it's cool that
Yeah.
they know that they're the first like girls group we've had.
Yeah,
ever.
that is really
That's pretty
cool.
neat for them.
Yeah.
I think next year they'll be excited to play the other teams from within Tennessee, because for the Lindsay Fry camp we had girls from all over the state,
Columbus,
and even like other states. You know,
Yeah,
surrounding
I met some
us.
parents that were like they had driven quite a
Just for
away,
this.
away.
Yeah, so they'll play against them again,
Yeah,
and
that's
you know
cool.
they'll probably recognize them on the ice and say hi,
Right.
and then probably try to take the puck from them thereafter.
Right?
That's funny. Yeah, so would you say, I mean, I guess I'm just thinking in terms of like the experience of the girls. I mean, really, it's just, if your daughter doesn't have experience, then maybe just get them started, see if it's something that they like, and then, just kind of show up, get involved in the rec league, or, learn to play or whatever.
We've got public skates here. We've got learn to skate classes. If you can get mobile on the ice and get kind of balanced and comfortable on the ice to the point where you're not scared and you're not afraid, because if you can't skate, it's just the enjoyment it's really
Not
tough.
fun,
But you can learn this. Everybody can learn to skate. I'm confident that we can teach anybody to learn how to skate.
That's a lie.
Even you.
I mean, I can't. My feet hurt so bad. Like I
Gotta get the
can't
right
find
size
a
Yeah.
Try
skate
Sam
that fits.
skates.
I'm getting new ones
really
soon.
broken
Yeah,
out.
those 20 years.
I'm like, my feet hurt so bad. I'm gonna die out here.
So we'll see you on Monday.
I know. I am tonight. I'm
Yes.
kinda
Yeah,
gonna
tonight.
play.
Bar will be
Tonight.
open.
Listen, we have a big baseball game tonight. I'm busy.
There's also Game 7 of
Big
the Stanley
hockey.
Cup Finals.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That's in Knoxville. Oh,
Yeah, Knoxville was like,
Game 7.
Like,
Really
oh,
big hockey
God.
game too. Yeah.
Which was, I think I do know one of the teams in it though. Florida.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
And-
the other one. It's not American, so it's okay if you don't know it.
I don't know who it is. Who is it?
The Edmonton Oilers.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would have never even. That wasn't even.
She wasn't so
I was
excited
like,
about
I know
that
it's not Nashville.
So the best hockey player in the world plays for them.
Oh, who's that?
His name's Connor McDavid.
Okay.
And he's going to be on
Conor
tonight.
McGregor? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Not McGregor.
Different sport. Yeah. Okay, so what have I not asked you that you're like, we got to talk about this? I didn't bring it up. You want people to know.
I think I'm kind of like they said, I just want to reiterate it. Just come out. Like, don't be scared. Try skating. And even the Learn to Play program here, that's how my kids got involved. I kind of said, Mike, I played hockey and now I have kids and I kind of wanted them to do this, not soccer.
Right.
And they loved it. They got out there. They're a little anxious to get the cool hockey gear on and everything. I had to learn how to skate first. I said, yes. But they will get the gear after a few practices. They still won't learn or know how to fully skate once they put the gear on. But it's cool once you get out there, they're with friends, when they get more confident and they can move around a little bit. They just love it. I tell parents who I know, I say, hey, I will be out there. If you're going to come out there, I will be at that Learn to Skate, even if my kid's not out there.
Right.
There are a lot of supportive parents, coaches, who will kind of guide them. Because the first few ice times that the kids are out there, there's a lot of crying and hand holding. It's a little bit of a circus, but there's kids here who are amazing skaters. Like, wow, we remember you Learn to Play like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'll say Mike has been so great. There are a lot of female hockey coaches nationwide, and I'm in group chats and all that, and they're like, this is really disappointing that our director does not support us. He does not give us.
Well, I do it publicly.
In front of everybody.
You don't know what happens.
Well, come on and see if he really does it at the rink.
Right.
No, really. So we've appreciated him. This would not be where it is right now without him kind of reaching out, supporting us as we go fast through the process of having a select team. So
Think about this too.
Yeah.
What is it, like 96 degrees outside right now? You come into our ice rink and you got to wear a coat. It's beautiful in there.
Yeah,
it's so hot and humid out. You come in here, it's beautiful, nice and crisp.
July.
Looking like a true hockey lover. It's cold as hell. I really love it. Okay, anything else? So if people want to get involved, like I said, go to the website. There's not really anybody to call. Go to the website, right?
Don't call. No one's going to answer. It's 2024. No one wants to come to work
Thank you for
anymore.
saying that. Oh my god.
Nobody answers the phone. But
Yeah.
website, everything's there. My email address and contact information is there. I might not reply right away, but I promise I will get to it and get you all the information you need. And it's not that foreign. You just got to try it.
Yeah, just try it. Well, and I think that if you have a daughter that you're like is active or you want her to be involved in something, like this is something to give a try, right? But then also, I do think Knoxville is kind of closed to hockey, so I like that. I think it's cool that you guys are doing this because, like, I obviously know nothing. So
we've seen a lot of really like timid, closed off, kind of young girls come in here and start our program because like it just didn't click somewhere else. Soccer didn't work, basketball didn't work, volleyball, and they came here and they tried hockey, and they knew it was tough. And they knew it was like a challenging sport, and then they learned it. And we've seen like these tiny little quiet, meek little girls grow so confident and like
awesome.
so like to the point where they're driving me absolutely crazy in the lobby. They're so loud, and so we see people really grow and kind of find themselves out on the ice. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's just another offering like for kids to be active, involved, and I always think like team sports are great. So I just think it's cool that you guys are championing this and like
our players will never leave the ice without sweating. We promise that.
That is awesome.
We put them through the work.
That is awesome. Cool. Okay, anything else?
I think just remember that we have the Top Golf fundraiser coming up.
Yes.
August 18th.
And
right? I'm saying it right there.
Yep.
Like, am I saying it right there?
And you don't have to be great at golf. That's why we chose it. Ask your friends. You have to take 4
I'll
hours
be there. Don't worry.
Haley will be there with her team.
Hack and whack.
There's several different ways to support us. Whether it be joining the Little Preds program, trying out for us here in July, or joining one of the rec league programs.
Yeah, if you don't have a daughter and you still just want to come and help coach, you got some hockey experience, please reach out. We need so much help all the time.
So. Yeah.
You always need
Awesome.
coaches.
Yes.
I mean, I could be out there. I'd be fun entertainment. And I could be crowd control, but nothing like
we need volunteers of all shapes and sizes. Yeah.
Go back to pro wrestling days.
I know, right? Sit down. I'm going to put you in a headlock. No. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You guys are amazing.
Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.